give your love away. Love is the healing power. Love is the healing power. Love is the healing power. Give your love away. The more you live, the more you give. The more you live, the more you give. The more you live, the more you give. So give your love away. Love is the healing power. Love is the healing power. Love is the healing power. Give your love away. The more you live, the more you give. The more you live, the more you give. The more you live, the more you give. Give your love away. So give your love away. Let's give our love away.
Thank you, Stephan. I'm so glad you're here and chose to spend the morning with us. The purpose of Genesis is to be a sanctuary to the soul, grounded in universal truth. My name is Reverend James Tierney. I'm the minister here at Genesis, and I'm your host today. Our online host is Eric. If you're watching on Facebook, please say hello to everyone in the comments, share your reactions, and make a connection. So let's read Genesis' vision and mission statements together. And here's our vision. Genesis empowers everyone to express their authentic nature as unconditional love. The mission. Genesis is an inclusive spiritual community that honors vulnerability, educates, celebrates, serves, and inspires our members, our community, and our world. So now we've got announcements. We have got this week coming up a community Zoom meeting on June 17th. The board schedules community meetings several times a year to get feedback and input on what's going well at Genesis and what opportunities we have for improvement. Please save the date for our first Zoom community meeting. Care Circle leaders, please announce this event at your next meeting or via email. I think by now via email. We want all who are part of Genesis to attend so we can get your feedback and make Genesis better and better. Genesis has purchased a booth spot at the Burien Strawberry Festival. And when my grandson heard, he said, "Strawberry Festival? I want to go to the Strawberry Festival." So we'll see if he makes it. It's Saturday, June 20th. We'll have information to hand out and a few items to take donations for. Help is welcome. If you're interested in sitting with us for a few hours, let Gideon know. The more the merrier. Let us get the word out about our community and welcome in the new. So yeah, we did it at the Pride booth. It was very fun, and Strawberry Festival should be even better if that's possible. So coming soon, we have Embodying Our Global Vision, which is I'm leading a 5-week class on exploring diversity, equity, inclusion, justice, and belonging through the lens of science of mind and the CSL Global Vision. And diversity is interesting because we are all, each of us is diverse in all kinds of ways we don't think so. We're diverse in age, we're diverse in place of origin, where we live, all kinds of differences. And so it's nice to appreciate each other's, to celebrate each other's differences and to celebrate our own differences. It helps us work better together. It helps us form a better beloved community. So I highly recommend this course for anybody wanting to deepen their spiritual practice and create a shared global vision for our world. And then on July 19th is Labyrinth Day. I'm making 2 labyrinths, and Dr. Mary Ellen Johnson, who got a doctorate in labyrinthology, is bringing her 30-foot labyrinth to walk on. And there will be opportunities to walk that labyrinth There'll be finger labyrinths. It's always an incredible experience to walk the labyrinth. Really, I've been walking the labyrinth for years and years, and Dr. Mary Ellen had ways to walk the labyrinth that vastly improved my experience walking the labyrinth. So come, even if you haven't had a magnificent time walking the labyrinth in the past, come, it'll be better. She knows the tricks. Monthly meditation and conversation is on the second Sunday today from noon to 1, facilitated by our own Karen Williams. And there are more monthly events posted at the welcome table. So now let's welcome first-time guests. I'm glad to be here with everyone today. If it's your first time, we'd love to connect with you. We know everybody prefers a different method of communication, so you can fill out a connection card and drop it in the basket or scan the QR code. And if you're online, you can go to genesiscsl.org and connect there. So we'd love to chat and give you a free gift. So now let's have a meet and greet. Now that we've welcomed our guests, let us welcome and greet one another. If you aren't comfortable with hugging, stick out your hand and we'll shake it. Namaste hands, or even stay seated. There's all kinds of ways to be greeted. So let's get to it.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are my family. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Thank you. Thank all the people who helped put this together. We cannot do it without you. And the setup cleanup crew, certainly Mike and Rev Rose and I were setting up tables. We have Gideon and Cynthia, and we've got the morning greeter, I think, is Cynthia. The projector video is Gideon. Jim Munson on sound. Reverend Rose is the vigil practitioner. And of course, we've got Stephan Plummer on music. Oh, and Eric. Eric's our host. And Joyce was our morning greeter. Oh, thank you, Joyce. Is Joyce collecting the collection too? Thank you, Joyce. So we're so grateful for everyone who shows up in service on Sundays. We could not pull it off without you. And if you want to be part of a Genesis service team, please connect with Gideon after the service or choir at the welcome table. Let's remain seated and join in singing our centering song.
about I believe? I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I do believe, I believe, I believe. Sing that. People get ready, there's a train coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. I believe, I believe, I do believe, I believe, yeah, I believe, oh, I believe, yes, I do believe, I believe, I believe, oh, people get ready, there's a train to Jordan, it's picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, it opens all the doors, so board them, there's always room for all of us. Come on, we believe it. I believe, I do believe, yes I do. I believe, oh, I believe. Do you believe? I believe, yes I do. I believe, I believe, yeah, I believe, yes I do.
Good morning, Genesis. I'm so glad you're all here today. My name is Cynthia Zink, and I am your practitioner in service today. And this is where we come within or go within, come within. We're going to be within. So we will start out with ringing the gong and feeling that frequency of the gong within our body. And then I will do a brief reading from Science of Mind magazine and do a prayer. So let us begin with the gong. Continuing with our theme of love, the Science of Mind magazine, of course, follows the theme that Centers for Spiritual Living put out. And today's reading is called Love is a Choice. Gary Zukav says, eventually you will come to understand that love heals everything, and love is all there is. And Ernest Holmes, in the Science of Mind textbook, says, we should learn to love all people, not just some people. This does not exclude the great human relationships that mean so much to all of us, but it does take the sting out of life and does free the individual to love all, adore some, and find happiness everywhere. And the reading continues. Relationships are sacred spaces where the presence of love can be deeply transformative, both emotionally and spiritually. In many traditions, relationships are seen as mirrors that reflect our inner state back to us, inviting growth and healing. In addition to giving us fundamental social bonds, relationships can become sacred pathways where love, compassion, and awareness deepen our understanding of ourselves, of others, and of spirit. True healing in relationships begins with presence. When we bring awareness to our interactions, seeing our own and the other person's humanity, vulnerability, and divine essence, we open to that higher truth that love is not a reaction, but a choice. Love invites us to listen with an open heart, to speak with honesty and kindness, and to hold space for another's experience without judgment. In this way, relationships can become a spiritual practice, a place where compassion expands, forgiveness is offered, and patience blossoms. Healing often unfolds through small, consistent acts of integrity, presence, and gentle understanding. Compassion allows us to meet differences with empathy. Forgiveness dissolves barriers that once kept hearts apart. And true presence creates a field of connection that honors both our own and the other person's experiences. As we bring love into every interaction, we help transform conflict into We help transform conflict into growth and misunderstanding into unity. And the affirmation for the day: love heals and restores my relationships. With compassion and presence, I choose unity and peace. So let us join together in prayer. Recognizing that God is all there is, and God is that true, unconditional love that we choose each and every minute of each and every day in our lives. That we know that we are one with this love that is God, with this love that brings us unity, that brings us peace, that brings us joy and harmony into our lives. And if we have that love, that joy, that peace, that harmony in our lives, that will then expand out into the neighborhood, into our friends and the people that we work with, not that they're not our friends. And it just expands, it ripples out like a stone being thrown in the water. That love ripples out. The people can feel the love. They know that they are loved. They know that they are appreciated. And they know that they matter. And so it is from this place of love, of forgiveness, of joy, and harmony that I release these words into the power and the action of the law, and knowing that with great gratitude, I am the love, you are the love. We are all the love that God is. And I know this to be true, and so it is. Amen. And so now let us continue with more music from Stephan Plummer.
I picked one of my favorite songs by the Judds, which is called Love Can Build a Bridge.
I gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. And I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge, and don't you think it it's time? And don't you think it's time? And I would whisper love so loudly every heart would understand that love and only love can join the tribes of man. And I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize that it all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. And don't you think it's time? And don't you think it's time? When we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, anything. We keep on believing in the power of love can build a bridge. Oh, yes, it can. Between your heart and mine, between your heart and mine, love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Oh, yes, it's time.
Thank you, Stephan. So, I want to start off with a holiday. Juneteenth is coming up this week. Friday is Juneteenth, a national holiday that we celebrate. It's very exciting. You probably know this, but I want to say it again in case anybody doesn't, or just to remind people. On June 19th, 1865, in Galveston, Texas, Major General Gordon Granger issued General Orders Number 3. And General Orders Number 3 was that all previously enslaved people were now free. With this word, he freed 250,000 black Texans. And so it made a huge difference. This was putting into force the Emancipation Proclamation, which Abraham Lincoln had issued 2 years prior. But Juneteenth was such an exciting day, they started celebrating it year after year. And it used to be local and regional celebrations, but now it's been a nationwide celebration for several years now. So I'm glad to talk about Juneteenth because we all want to be free, and it's nice that we can be free. What does it take? It takes my word. My word is that I'm free, and now I can be free. So we'll talk more about this later in the sermon. This month is about higher, deeper love. Higher and deeper love. And this week, I was made for loving you. Our contemplative question is, how actively are you showing up as love in the world? How actively are you showing up? There it is, I'm made for loving you. And let's say this affirmation together. I shine and share as love. I shine and share as love. Oh, and somebody should turn off his phone. Jesus on the mainland, that's right. I shine and share as love. So I'm going to talk about two people who sort of exemplify this. Bell Hooks, we talked about last week, and we have a lot of quotes from her, and Wendell Berry, who actually they both grew up in rural Kentucky, and they both ended up going to Stanford and moving out and making a big impact in the world, and then moving back to Kentucky because they wanted to move into their roots and to really become more who they really are. Bell Hooks describes, so Bell Hooks, as you heard last week, was born Gloria Jean Watkins in 1952 in rural Kentucky. When she grew up, her parents didn't like her being part of, she loved hanging out with her grandparents and with all the small farmers. And her parents are like, no, 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 no. We're sending you to the big time university and you're going to lead a life of the intellect. And she did. She went to Stanford as an undergraduate, then University of Wisconsin, and then she got her doctorate at University of California at Santa Cruz. Then she went and she taught for a long time at Yale, where she formed the Sisters of the Yam. And the Sisters of the Yam was a group. The yam is a vegetable which grows, it's native to Africa. It's confused with sweet potatoes because when Africans involuntarily came over to the Americas, they saw sweet potatoes, which are they're a completely different species than yam, but in fact, they look and taste the same. So who cares? And so this is why we have the mix-up between yams and sweet potatoes. But yams are the things that small farmers could grow reliably to feed them. There was a source of calories when calories were scarce. There was something that would grow easily in lots of kinds of soil, but it would really reward any kind of nurture you gave to the soil. So Sisters of the Yam is about going back to your roots, going and honoring and being curious about and embracing the native wisdom, the primordial wisdom. Bell Hooks calls herself a Buddhist Christian. And what she loves about Buddhism is the mindfulness of it. That you cannot worry, you can let go of the past and not worry about the future and just be in the now, mindful of your true self, leaning into that which we truly are. And why Christian? Well, because Christian is big on social justice and beloved community. And Bell Hooks found that the only way to social justice was through the power of beloved community. We can't do it by ourselves. Or even if we can do it by ourselves, we do it much more powerfully within a group. By supporting the beloved community, we can create more beloved communities around the world, and we have a magnification effect. What she found was that the small farmers in Kentucky had integrity. And integrity was a word they used to stand for wholeness. So even though they lived in a domination culture of white supremacy, they had their farms and they always had enough food. They could always exchange their labor for food by working the farm and growing the crops that would feed their families. And if they didn't have enough, they could share with their beloved community, and everybody would share and support each other back and forth. And this was the thing she was inspired by. This is why she changed her name from Gloria Jean Watkins to Bell Hooks. Her maternal grandmother was named Bell Hooks, and Bell Hooks was known for having a sharp temper and distinct opinions. And our Bell Hooks is like, yeah, that is what I want to lean into. She came back to Kentucky to teach at Burien College. Burien College was founded in 1855 by anti-slave people. And it was the first college in the world that was co-ed and racially integrated. It was designed to educate poor local people, and so they lean into that. And it's a different kind of college education because there's no tuition. What they do, and part of it is that they've managed to build up a substantial endowment which pays for about 70% of the expenses of the college. The students also work because college isn't just about cramming your head with knowledge. College is about practically applying the knowledge in the world. And so the students do every job that isn't a professor at the college. They do the administration, admissions, accounting, bookkeeping, janitorial, kitchen. They even do construction on campus in the summer when they're not in class. So what Bell Hooks says is spiritual life is first and foremost about commitment to a way of thinking and behaving that honors principles of interbeing and interconnectedness. Interbeing, how we are, this is about us being individualizations of the one. We are, Thomas and I inside have the same God inside us. Each of us has the same God inside us. And so that is our interbeing. Interconnectedness is how we realize that, how we connect with each other. When we choose to lead a spirit-filled life, we recognize and celebrate the presence of transcendent spirits. Some people call these transcendent spirits, this presence, they call it presence, soul, God, the beloved, higher consciousness, or higher power. Still others say this force is what it is because it cannot be named. The Tao that can be named is not the true Tao. To them, it is simply spirit moving in us and through us. A commitment to spiritual life necessarily means we embrace the eternal principle that love is all. Love is everything. Love is our true destiny. Despite overwhelming pressure to conform to the culture of lovelessness, we still seek to know love. That seeking, the fact that we still seek to know love in this pressure to conform to the culture of lovelessness is a manifestation of divine spirit. And let's see the next slide. Here it is. So we've seen this, the level of consciousness, how this at the bottom, the most constricted consciousness, is the victim-oppressor consciousness. And the victim, there's a lot of pressure in society to lean into the victim-oppressor consciousness. And this is one of the things Bell Hooks thought was critical. Well, what she says is we got to come from love, and love is up here. Love is expanded consciousness. Love is more powerful. Love is more comfortable. Love is more creative. Love is more attractive. Love is all these things. So how can you go to love if you feel like a victim? Well, you notice that even though somebody is trying to make you think you're a victim, even though somebody may be victimizing you, you can find your beloved community. You can find something to love. You can find something to be creative about. The leader of South Africa, when he was in prison for 20 years, found that his prison guards were all rugby fans. And so he decided, and in South Africa, actually, no blacks were rugby fans because all the white people were. And so it was divided. And he was like, why can't I be a rugby fan? And so he started studying rugby. And he'd talk about rugby with them, and by the time he left the prison, decade later, he was best friends with this guard. And so if you're going to be imprisoned, why not love your imprisonment? So love is important. And finding your beloved community as well. Ernest Holmes says, when we let the love that within us go out, when we let the love that is within us go out to the God which is in all people, and the divine presence which is in all things. So the love is within us, the God is in everyone, and divine presence is in everything. We are loving God with all our heart and with all our soul and with all our mind because we are recognizing the spirit within us is the same spirit we meet in each other's. So this is how we love with all our heart, all our mind, all our soul. And this actually works with our brain anatomy. The feeling part of us loves with all our heart. Our narrator loves with all our mind. And our Buddha nature loves with all our soul. So we're bringing all our pieces together. This is loving our neighbors as ourselves. So the love we cultivate within ourselves isn't a separate entity or experience. It's a direct outpouring of spirit. So let's go to the next slide. So what I want to do is talk about how inner love shapes our interactions with the world. We talked about that a little bit. We go from the constricted thing. If somebody's trying to make you feel like a victim, you don't have to. You don't have to let them. Or you can at least look for the love. I don't mean to say that there isn't suffering in the world, and I don't mean to say there is certainly unnecessary cruelty and suffering in the world. And I'm saying that doesn't have to impact my consciousness moment to moment. At any moment, I can connect to love. At any moment, I can see the good in the world. My life experience does not have to be the worst thing that anyone has ever done anywhere in creation. And this is the power of the heart. It's interesting. When we're first fetuses, the heart is what forms first before the brain or really anything else. It's like a bunch of tissues with a little heart circulating. The heart has an electromagnetic field. And when we are feeling constricted, the electromagnetic field stays fairly close to our body. But when you get into a big open-hearted state, they've measured electromagnetic fields 28 feet away. So you can fill a room with just your heart energy. And the nice thing is, it entrains other people's hearts. So when I feel your heart on me, that makes my heart bigger, and we all connect. And so this is how a beloved community can fill the room with that kind of energy. We know that the heart, so we have lots of neurons in our hearts, and our heart communicates with our brain. The heart actually says way more to our brain than our brain says to our heart. Our brain takes its cue from our heart. Positive emotions create physiological benefits. We can boost our immune system by moving into our heart, by activating our heart. Emotions can increase the brain's ability to make good decisions. So you make better decisions when you're feeling love than when you're feeling victimized or contracted. So it's good if you have a decision to make. It's sort of good to try to move out of the angry state into the best for all state. Let's do the next slide. Benefits of HeartMath. So HeartMath is an organization which teaches a lot of the heart meditations you guys have been doing for a couple of years with me. And they study the people who have gone to their program. Eric actually has a device. I mean, tens of thousands of people have a device that you can use to measure your entrainment, measure how well the HeartMath is working for you. And you can also measure it just by feeling what it feels like in your body. But people who do it, depression reduces by 56%, fatigue by 48%, anxiety by 46%. So 3 things you don't want: depression, fatigue, and anxiety are reduced by 50% or more. And then things you do want, calmness, sleep, and focus, are all increased by anywhere from 40 to 25%. So let's do the next slide. Oh, so this is how it works. And you guys I'm sure have noticed this. It's not that life becomes, infinite wonder, walking in clouds with everybody loving you all the time. Moments of stress, overwhelm, anxiety happen. And in their studies, they found it takes about 100 seconds before activating the heart moves you from the state of anxiety into a state of coherence. And here is the state of coherence and the active heart. Well, next slide. Oh, this is sort of cool. So it turns out that the heart can see the future. The heart senses things that are going to happen that haven't happened yet. So your heart knows. So if you follow your heart, you'll be moving a little ahead of reality. And I wish I had memorized the study before. I don't want to say it now because I don't want to get it wrong. But they do the study with like random numbers and computers so that nobody knows what's going to happen except the heart. And the heart can tell what the computer is going to pick before the computer has picked it. How does that work? We don't know yet. But it is an observable phenomena. And yeah, so it's important, our brain, our narrator, gets in most of the words about what's going on in our life. But our heart really has a much more powerful magnetic field. It can see the future. It's active the more active your heart is, the better your intuition can activate. Let's do the next slide. Rose-colored lenses. So Lisa Rossi, who I knew in college and for many years since, always wore rose-colored glasses. And people would say, she was always cheerful. People would say, "You're seeing life through rose-colored glasses." And I thought, that is a wonderful thing. I want to see life through rose-colored glasses. So she loaned me her glasses. And for 10 minutes, the world was bright and rose-colored. And I felt elevated. And so this is, the expression, she sees the world or he sees the world through rose-colored glasses, it's sort of meant as an insult. It's like, they don't see the real world. They don't know how bad we all have it. But Lisa and I would say, you don't have to have it bad. Lisa's brother, Al, was also a close friend. And he could see everything bad happening in the world. And it motivated him. Like the bad stuff, he said, I got to stay ahead of the bad stuff. I got to stay ahead of the bad stuff. And he did. So that worked for him. And Lisa was always seeing the good stuff. And that worked for her. So you can choose your life. So pick rose-colored glasses. And that way, as we say, that will not only improve your experience of the world, but because it expands your heart field, people will be nicer. People will have their heart fields activated around you, and so you actually have a physically better experience. Yeah, and when we cultivate a deep love within ourselves, we naturally extend that same spaciousness and compassion outward. So it's not just that the heart field entrains other people, but if we expect other people to be nice, if we look for the goodness in other people, if we treat other people well, then of course they'll treat us better. And we end up hanging around with a group, we end up creating beloved communities with us wherever we are. There's a story about a man in a village, and a traveler comes to the village. And the traveler says, I'm looking for a new place to live. What's this village like? And the man at the village says, well, what's the place you come from like? And he said, oh, it's a terrible place. People are backbiting and they're never nice to me and they steal stuff and they're always trying to cheat me. They're always gossiping. It's really a terrible place. I got to get away from it. And he said, oh, you know, I'm afraid you'll find our village is about the same as that. So he says, thanks for warning me. I don't have to waste my time here. And he went off. Then another traveler came a little while later and said, so what's this village like? I'm looking for a new place to live. And he said, well, what's your old village like? Oh, it was really wonderful. Everybody worked together really well, and we shared, and we supported one another. And he said, oh, I think that's what you'll find here. And so he came into the village. So this is something we can manifest with ourselves. Sometimes, though, love can be awkward. Wendell Berry also grew up. How many people have heard of or read Wendell Berry? One. Okay. He's written 80 books, including a wonderful series of fiction and lots of nonfiction, which is spiritual, poetical, and political. He was born in rural Kentucky in 1932. And as a child, I think when he was about 6, his mother decided to throw him a big birthday party. And so she invited like lots of neighborhood kids, and everyone was coming over, and she's baking a cake, and it was very exciting because it was 1941, so there wasn't a whole lot to do, but it was a celebratory event. And he thought, oh boy, and he invited his best friend Nick. And Nick came over to the house on his birthday, and suddenly things got awkward because Nick was black, and Wendell Berry and all the people who Mom had invited were white. And Nick knew that he wasn't allowed to go into the big house with all the other white people there. They would make trouble for everybody. And Wendell suddenly knew that too. And Wendell was caught in a dilemma. What do I do? And what he decided to do, he'd invited Nick over, and so it would be rude for him to like say, sorry. So he went and played with Nick. And his mother and all the other people had the birthday party without him, and they had all the other things. But he played with Nick, and then he came in after Nick went home and had some leftovers. But really, in that situation, what that shows is being in a dominator culture where you feel like one group of people is worse than another, and you want to dominate this group of people. It hurts the dominator as much as it hurts the dominated. Why can't Nick help out? Why do we have to stay away from these kind of people? It turned out that Bell Hooks and Wendell Berry live pretty close to each other, and they get together on a regular basis. They are now fast friends and talk about what it's like. They're both really into the wisdom of people in the culture and the wisdom. Wendell Berry, I should say, he also went to Stanford, so he and Bell Hooks were both undergrad at Stanford. Go Cardinal. And he joined groups of some of the best, most promising authors in the world. He got a free trip to Europe for a year where he got to study and write in Paris and Rome and Florence. And he came back and he taught at NYU for 10 years and really got this whole urban writing thing going. And something was missing. He needed the earth, he needed the ground, he needed his community. So he moved back to Kentucky, and everybody warned him, this is going to be terrible for your writing career. But no, he wrote 80 books. And he did it. He bought a 125-acre farm, and he didn't even want to use tractors. He used plow animals to plow the fields and to harvest things and to pull carts. And he just wanted to get as close to the earth as he could. And this was how he created the community. And he got to talk with the other people in the community who'd been using these kinds of animals. Often it was the African Americans who didn't have the money to afford tractors, but could afford a bull or an ox to pull the cart. So love is dynamic. He found that even though he found love in the classroom, he wanted to find love in his home community back at home. He wanted to live it every day. Ernest Holmes says, love begets tolerance, and tolerance begets understanding, which is being able to put oneself in the other person's place and see why they act as they act, why they do as they do. Thus, love can create a better world in which to live. Love is the one power which can and must bring peace to a changing world. Bell Hooks says, my belief that God is love, that love is everywhere, our true destiny sustains me. All awakening to love is spiritual awakening. And so the message is, let's say together 3 times, I shine and share as love. 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 And I can feel the love. Let's actually right now, let's breathe into our hearts. Let's open to appreciation, to love, and feel it expand into our heart, expand from our heart into our body. And notice how it automatically expands beyond the body. It fills the room. It comes and fills everybody who's within the sound of my voice. And I know that God is love. God, and that love that God is the fabric of the universe. It holds together everything. And I know that I am an individualization of that love. And I realize that everybody here has that love in them, is that love. This is our very nature. This is what connects us. This is what embraces us. This is what sustains us. And I see that love. I am grateful for that love. I'm grateful for the teachings that bring us that love. And I release this prayer into the law, which always says yes. It operates with mathematical precision to enfold, embrace, surround, and protect us now and forever. And so it is. And so I'm going to ask you to look for your prayer card. It should be a yellow card, or if you're at home, it will be on genesiscsl.org as an opportunity to give prayers. And on that prayer, if you have any opportunity where you've taken something that you felt it was neutral or bad and have transformed it with love, have seen the positive benefit in it, that is a demonstration of prayer. That is a demonstration of the power of God in the world. It's the ability to see something, to feel like you used to be a victim, and now you just love the whole situation. That you don't have to hate. You don't have to hate in the world. You can just see some people are a very contracted level of consciousness, and some people are at an expanded level of consciousness. Oh, and then on the other side is your prayers. You can pray for yourself. You can pray for somebody else. You can pray a prayer of gratitude. You can write a prayer of desire. These prayers go to our practitioners who transform them into electromagnetic energy and the words of God, where they move into the world and they manifest.
Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. Yes, the world will be a better place for you and me. We just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. If we want the world to know, we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. Yes, the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see your people now. Put a little love in your heart. 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 Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. Yes, the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see your people now. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart each and every day. There can't be no other way. Put a little love in your heart. Yeah.
Woo! Thank you, Stephan. So there's also a envelope you'll find, and this is an opportunity to participate in circulation. We understand that giving is more than supporting a church. It's participating in a shared purpose. Our financial contributions are one of the ways we take responsibility for the life, health, and future of this ministry. We do not give merely because we receive something personally. We give because we are partners in a community dedicated to transforming lives and making a positive difference in our world. Our giving is an expression of gratitude, stewardship, and conscious participation in what we are creating together. Your gift is also tax deductible. If giving cash, please include your name on the envelope so that we can keep track of it for tax deductions. If you're online, genesiscsl.org is your spot. Click on the donate button. You can use the QR code. You can text to give. I love to text to give. Your contribution makes all of this possible. You are loved. You are appreciated. You matter. So if you're called to, hold your prayer request and offering next to your heart as we say our offering blessing together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am thank you. And Joyce will now collect the offering and prayers.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, weighs heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, a lovely, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, a lovely day.
Stephan Plummer. So it is with deep gratitude we receive these gifts, recognizing the power of stepping into the flow of divine goodness. We allow ourselves to receive as we give, embracing the circulation of bounty for all. And so it is. So thank you for joining us here today. Please join us after the service for food and fellowship. I'll be in the alcove for those who'd like, Cynthia or I will be in the alcove for those who'd like to pray. Wishing and after this there is meditation up here. And I think the men's group might have something going on downstairs, but there's certainly food going on. Wishing everybody a week filled with joy, love, and true connection. Please stand and let's sing our closing song.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Woo! Thanks for coming. Go forth with joy.